Okay, are we lined up? Let's take a look, shall we? Looks pretty good. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday feels like a Monday, doesn't it? Greetings to Frank and hello, Kathy Harden. And hello to Franklin. Start at the top. We got Frank's pre-play, another wild one. And here comes Mookie right on cue. Anyway, hello, Bob Merrow. Kathy tuned in to quite a few of the Morro Bay videos. Appreciate that, Kathy. I'm going to get right into it today because here's the deal. Apparently they're coming in around 3 to treat for fleas. I just found this out around 10:30 to 11 this morning. So the Mook and I are going to have to evacuate. So anyway, I did tell the guy I'm doing my game, 1:30 to 3, so they can't come in before 3. Priorities, come on. We've got the Giants at the Phillies today, the final game of a 4-game set. The Giants have won the first 2. They've won 2 in a row. The Phillies, of course, lost 2 in a row. Phillies won the first game of the series. The Giants bounced back to take the next 2. Bobby Bolin, the righty, on the mound for San Francisco, and Rick Wise, the right-hander, on the mound for Philly. Let's take a look inside the numbers here. Bolin 4-5, but he's pitched much better than that. A 2.94 ERA in 11 starts, in which he's completed 4 of them with 1 shutout. 89 innings of work, just 73 hits, and 63 strikeouts for Bolin. Wise has been spectacular, but most of it's been in the bullpen. This is only Rick Wise's second start of what would be 13 on the season. He's worked 13 games in relief. He's 3-0 with 3 saves and a stingy 1.73 earned run average. Just 26 innings of work, 24 hits allowed, and 15 strikeouts. And there's Mike. Hello, Mike. Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. I didn't do much. I'm saving it up for next weekend. Why, you ask? Well, my sister and her husband are having a little birthday dinner for me on Saturday. I've got some wine. We're going to have a good old time. I'm kind of frazzled today thinking about what I'm going to do for 3 hours. I guess Mook and I will just take a long drive. Trying to think, what should I bring with me? It's weird, even for a few hours, it's weird having to evacuate your home, it's just weird. Okay, enough about that. Here's the lineup for the Giants. Tito Fuentes leads off at second base. Len Gabrielson in left field once again. Willie Mays in center field bats third. Willie McCovey at first in the cleanup spot. Jim Ray Hart will be at third base. Tom Heller behind the plate. Ollie Downtown Brown in right. Hal Lanier is the shortstop, and Bolin the pitcher. Pretty good hitting pitcher. At least he has end power. Hello, unmitigated gall. Why you have the unmitigated gall? Welcome to the chat, unmitigated. No better group of guys in the Strat world than here in this chat. Feel free to discuss anything you like. It's all good. It's all good, man. And without any further ado, let's get the game started. Here's Fuentes to start it off against Wise. Fuentes up to 268 now. 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's hit a homer already in this series. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And here we go on a 3-12 righty. He tops one to short. Grote comes in on it, gloves it, and throws him out. 1 down. And right on cue, the frog jumps back into my throat. Okay, 1 out. Here's Gabrielson. Yeah, don't worry, I've got my coffee. Gabrielson, just 192 on the year. 2 homers, 2 RBIs. I know, that sounds funny, doesn't it? 2 solo homers. That's the extent of Gabrielson's run production. As Wise setting set. It's a 2-9 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Johnny Callison. 1-2, he makes the catch on the track. So a loud out by Gabrielson, 2 down, and here comes Willie Mays. Exactly down, and welcome. I knew somebody would get it. This is a sharp group. Yeah, when it comes to music, movies, and TV series, you can't get anything past this group. And baseball, well, it goes without saying. That's perfect, Kathy. Yeah, we need a t-shirt for the Mook. Willie Mays at 262, 13 home runs and 32 RBIs. The 13 home runs tied for second in the National League, which you would know if you've seen my 1966 stat update from the other day. Here's the pitch to Mays. It's going to be a 1-7, and he lifts one to center. Gonzalez back. And has plenty of room to make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down after half an inning. San Francisco, nothing. Philadelphia coming to bat against Bobby Bolin. And here's the lineup that'll be facing him. It'll be Cookie Rojas leading off at second base. Johnny Callison is back in the lineup in right field. Dick Allen is in left. Bill White batting cleanup at first base. Tony Gonzalez is in center. Dick Grote will be at shortstop today. Tony Taylor gets the start at third base. Clay Dalrymple, the catcher, hits 8th. And Wise hitting 9th, of course. I'll tell you what, Kathy, it just wasn't long enough. Isn't that true for all vacations, though? All right, Bolin ready to go to work. Here's Cookie. Cookie at 249, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs. Right-handed hitting infielder. Bolin into the windup. That's going to be a 6-6 right-handed, and that's going to be a double to 3. Fly ball to center. That goes Mays and makes it look easy as he hauls it in for the first out. Here's Johnny Callison now. He's had a couple days off. He did pinch hit. He's batting .305 on the year. 6 home runs, 32 RBIs for Callison. And here comes the pitch from Bolin. It's a 2-11 righty. Hard smash to third, backhanded by Hart, who throws him out, and there's 2 away. Lately, Frank's games have been wilder than mine, I'm afraid. I'll try to catch up, Frank. No, I did not, Frank. They just sent me an email this morning saying my order was shipped, so I wouldn't expect anything for a few days. Plus, they keep telling me that they keep sending me emails that I left something in my cart. I didn't leave anything in my cart. I bought 1 bag and I checked out. Anyway, that's beside the point. Here's Dick Allen. Allen's got his average back up to an even 400. That's right, 42 for 105, 11 home runs, 28 RBIs. Bolin's pitch on a 2-8 righty, cold, strike 3. Home plate umpire Harry Wendelstedt rings him up, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bobby Bolin. That's right, old Harry Wendelstedt. I remember that name for sure. I remember all these guys. This is the classic crew. I got to tell you about this for a second. Behind the plate, Wendell stood Shag Crawford at first, Ed Vargo at second, and Doug Harvey at third. Tell me you don't remember all those guys. Just over 19,000 in the park for this one. That's right, Franklin. 6666. Well, I suppose just a number. Yeah, I don't stay in on Friday the 13th either, and I don't worry about stepping on cracks or any of that stuff. Here's McCovey. McCovey to lead off the second, hitting just .257 so far. 10 home runs, 20 RBIs. Rick Wise with the windup. The pitch is a 4-7 left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike three. First K for Rick Wise, and the batter will be Jim Ray Hart. Hart on the year, leading the club in batting, at least among qualified hitters, at .292. He has 12 home runs and 30 RBIs. Wise gets the sign from Dalrymple now, and here's the pitch on a 4-9 right-handed. That's going to be a base hit, almost assuredly. Liner towards third and through into left field for a single. Single to 18, he rolls the 14, and Hart is aboard with a one-out single. That'll bring up the catcher, Tom Haller. Haller off to a slow start at 188. He does have 5 homers and a dozen RBIs. Left-handed hitting catcher standing in as Wise from the stretch fires in a 2-4 right-handed. It's a grounder wide of second. Rojas has it. And on the play, Hart advances to second. Ollie Brown, runner in scoring position and 2 down. Ollie hitting 192, no home runs. Pitch from Wise is a 6-6 right-handed. Pops him up. Grote will take it. And that will do it for the Giants in the second. No runs, a hit, 1 left. And hello, Mike. Yeah, no doubt. There you go, Frank. I don't hold out much hope for 3-3-33, though. Possible, I guess. Yeah, that's true, Mike. We're missing a bunch of them here. We just had one. Good crowd on hand today. Everybody's all jacked up from the long weekend, huh? Bill White will lead off the bottom of the second for Philadelphia. White at .262, 10 home runs, and his 44 RBIs among the league leaders. Left-handed hitting first baseman. The pitch from Bolin is a 2-5 righty. That's going to be a base hit. Could be a double to 6. Hit into the right center gap. Brown picks it up and holds him to a long single. Let's check the battery now with White a star 17 at first. Bolin with a poor hold, +3. And Haller with a 0 arm, so 20 held at 18. That's too tempting to pass up. White's going to try for that lead, 4 or 6, I should say. He doesn't get it on a 12. And here's the next pitch to Gonzalez. It's going to be a 4-8 left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Number 2 for Bobby Bolin. Here's Dick Grote now. Dick Grote playing shortstop today, hitting just .207, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. It should be. I don't take too many more vacations, Frank. From the stretch, the pitch to Grote's a 4-8 right-hander. Grounder to short. This is going to be 2 as Lanier goes to Fuentes to McCovey, double play. 6-4-3, side retired, no runs a hit, nobody left. And we're scoreless after 2. Just getting underway, folks. Pull up a chair and relax. Spend part of your afternoon with me here. Yeah, Mike, we figured out that Allen, who started the year at third base, where he's a 3.16, by the way, that was the year he injured the shoulder. Never really an outfielder, was he? Third base, and then he ended up at first base. Third inning, Hal Lanier will start it off for the Giants. Lanier at 190, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. And here's the pitch from Rick Wise. That's going to be a 4-7 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second K for Wise. Down goes Lanier. And here's the pitcher, Bolin. And welcome, Ben. Good to see you. Bolin a 6 righty with end power. Wise with a 3-7 struck him out. Two away. Here's Fuentes. The pitch from Wise is a 4-9 lefty. That's going to be hard hit to right field. Double to 9. That is a double for Tito Fuentes. Tito with a 2-out double. That'll bring up Len Gabrielson. Len 0 for 1. Giants trying to get some offense going, I can only assume. That is why Gabrielson is in the lineup. The pitch is a 3-7 right-handed. Struck him out. 3 Ks in the inning for Wise. A double in there in between. No runs a hit, 1 left. I tell you, Ben, I agree. Although I'll take it, I have to make one exception to that. I love open road driving. But driving around the city, yeah, no, half these people shouldn't even be driving. That's a good point, unmitigated. I'd go so far as to say I would not be surprised if when they went to Allen for his permission to use the name, he said, yeah, you can use it, but don't put Richie on there. And hello, Julio. That's right, Julio. I'd have to say that Max was the better player of the two. Oh, no, you get out of town. Of course, I don't know about where you live. I get out of Spokane, for example. As soon as you get out of Spokane, wide open, if I'm going down to, say, California, I hit a little around Portland. The Bay Area can be a nightmare. You got to get through that, and that's about it. The rest of it's open road driving for hundreds of miles. Tony Taylor leading off the bottom of the second. Taylor hitting just 197, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Bolin. That's a 3-4 right-handed. He pops him up, left side, Lanier taking it. And there's 1 away. Here's the catcher, Clay Dalrymple. Dalrymple at 265, 2 homers, 11 RBIs, left-handed hitting catcher. 2 left-handed hitting catchers in this game, Dalrymple and Haller. Here's the pitch on a 1-7 right-handed, and it's just outside ball 4, and Dalrymple will take his base. That's going to bring up Wise, the pitcher. Poor hitting pitcher, a D bunter. He squares to bunt on a D. It's going to be a 7, and that's good enough to move him over. Wise with the sacrifice. Dalrymple to second. And with a runner in scoring position and 2 down, Cookie Rojas will be the hitter. Oh, wow. Where do you live, Unmitigated, if you don't mind my asking? Rojas 0 for 1. Bolin checks the runner, and the pitch is a 4-10 righty. It's a fly to center field X. That's where Willie Mays is patrolling. 1E8. To his left, he makes a nice running catch for the out. He makes it look easy, doesn't he? No runs, no hits, 1 left, and we are scoreless through 3. It must be a lot more condensed back east, right? Towns are closer together. Although I've watched a lot of those Route 66 videos, as you know, and most of those stretches, not much traffic on that road. That's my kind of road. Chicago to LA, you hit some traffic in St. Louis, Oklahoma City, maybe a little in Tulsa, but I hear it's not bad in Tulsa. Albuquerque, maybe. That's about it. Rural Michigan. Holy cow, 3 deer strikes? Well, 3 strikes and you're out. Fortunately, you're not. That'd be my guess, Ben. Of course, I've never been back east. Texas is the furthest east I've ever been. Heart of the order for the Giants in the 4th in a scoreless contest. Willie Mays will start it off. He flew to his opposite number in the 1st. Wise into the lineup. That's going to be a 3-4 righty. He lifts one to right field. Callison is there, and there's 1 down. Yikes. We definitely have that around here. I've been fortunate not to encounter a deer. Friend of mine had 1 total out of the Palouse Highway. Nobody was hurt. Willie McCovey stands in with 1 down. Here's the pitch to Wise. That's going to be a 4-9 lefty. That's a base hit into right field, and that's going to get past Callison and go to the wall. That's going to be a double for McCovey. 2nd double for San Francisco. Runner in scoring position for Jim Ray Hart. Hart singled his first time up. Wise with the pitch. That's going to be a 2-6 righty. It's a single to 5. Liner towards 3rd. And, oh, just snagged by a leaping Taylor. Hart just missed in his bid for a base hit there. Caught at 3rd by Tony Taylor, with 2 down, Tom Haller the hitter. I've been fortunate to live almost 69 years. I've never hit any animals. I think one reason for that could be is I don't drive at all after the sun goes down. Wise with the pitch on a 4-8 lefty, and he bangs that into right field. It's a 2-out single for Haller. Let's look at that. It's a 2-star single. That's going to drive in McCovey with the game's first run. Haller picks up the RBI single. And here's Ollie Brown. Wise from the stretch. That's a 5-5 lefty. Sorry, 5-5 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout for Wise. That ends the inning, but the Giants do get a run on 2 hits and leave a man. After 3.5, it's 1-0. Oh, Julio, I just take a cab, man. I could not drive there. I know that without even seeing it. I mean, I'm no stranger to traffic. I learned how to drive in Southern California, but that was a long time ago. The old reflexes, not what they used to be. Bottom of the 4th, Callison will lead it off for the Phillies. Callison 0 for 1. That would be 1-6 right-handed. That's a grounder. Liner towards first. Single to 6. It's caught by McCovey. But yeah, in my younger day, I drove in LA no problem. Now I don't even like going through there. Here's Dick Allen, struck out in the 1st. The pitch from Bobby Bolin is a 4-3 right-hander. It's a grounder to first base X. Tough chance for McCovey, a 325. That's going to be a 17. He makes the fine play and feeds Bolin covering for the out. So 3-1X. How did McCovey get an E25? That's the stumper. Here's Bill White, who singled his first time up. Bolin's pitch on a 2-7. He lifts a fly ball to center. That's playable for Mays. As Frank said, where fly balls go to die, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Phillies. We've played 4 innings. It's a 1-0 pitcher's duel here today. Nice to have a closer game, right, after yesterday. I'm tempted to interject more on it the way people drive, but I'm just going to let it go in the interest of time here today. I could go on and on. And maybe I will. Half these people shouldn't even be allowed to operate a motor vehicle. Okay, there I said it. As we move to the 5th, Hal Lanier will start it off. Lanier struck out his first time. Wise into the windup. That's going to be a 3-5 right-handed, and he grounds it to second base, where Rojas takes it and tosses it to White, 1 down. Here's Bolin now. Right-hander with end power. Wise with a 1-9, and he walks him. How about that? Wise, the unforgivable sin of walking the opposing pitcher. Runner at first, 1 away, and here's Fuentes. Fuentes 1 for 2 with a double. I have a theory on all of this. I'll finish this inning. 1 for 2, here's the pitch. 6-9, left-handed. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. Fuentes lifts one the other way to Dick Allen. Allen waits on it and squeezes it for the second out. It'll be up to Gabrielson. Gabrielson 0 for 2. Wise set now. From the stretch, it's a 2-8 righty, and he hits a single into left field. Open single. Bolin can try to go to third, but they'll hold him at second. No point making the third out at third, especially when Willie Mays is coming to bat. First and second, 2 down. Here's Wise pitch to Mays. It's a 2-6 righty. That is hit hard to left field over Allen's head. Triple to 4, and he's going to go all the way. Here comes Bolin to score. They're waving Gabrielson in. Mays steaming into third with a 2-run triple. Two, 6, 1 to 4. He rolled the 3. 2 RBIs for Willie, and it is 3-0 Giants. Giants showing some signs of coming to life here lately, and here's McCovey. Rick Wise rated 6 for starter endurance, so that's not an issue yet. Wise set now. The pitch from McCovey is a 2-11 righty. Grounder to second. That's a routine play for Rojas, who throws him out to end the inning. But 2 runs on the triple by Mays. 2 hits, 1 left. And then we're halfway through as the Giants take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the 5th. Okay, my theory on the driving. Most of us, I assume most of us are older, and took driver's ed in high school. My theory is that decline in driving skill coincided with removing driver's training from the public school system. I don't think these people are well trained, in other words. They've got to go to pay these fly-by-night driving schools. And maybe I shouldn't call them that, I don't know, but I've never been to one. But I mean, we took a whole semester of driving. I bet their course is 5 days and you're out of here. Give us your money, thank you, and now you can go drive. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I think. Bottom of the 5th, Philly's trying to get off the deck against Bolin. Tony Gonzalez will start it off. He struck out his first time. That's a good point too, Frank. There were no cell phones when we learned to drive. There's the pitch to Gonzalez. 3-3, called strike 3. Third K for Bolin. Gonzalez strikes out for the second time today. And here's Dick Grote. On the other hand, most cars have it, you know, what am I trying to say? The hands-free, it's connected to the car. But we have a lot of that in Spokane. We've got a lot of older cars, a lot of gafflers, and they've got their phone in their hand. I see it every day. Here's Dick Grote. Bounced into a double play his first time. Bolin. That's a 3-2. Little comebacker to Bolin. He's got it. And tosses to McCovey. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be up to Tony Taylor. And there's Joel Horlow. We were just talking about you, Joel. Good to see you again. Oh, Julio, I remember the VW. Yeah, that's another thing. We all had to learn to drive a stick. And to parallel park, another lost art. Two out, pitch to Taylor. And that's going to be a 6-4 right-handed, a grounder to short X. Tough chance for Lanier. 342 as he goes to his left. Here's the play on a 10. E-Rain, 7. On a 42, that's going to be an error on Hal Lanier. So E6, Taylor reaches. Taylor with good speed, 18 with the battery held at 16. And with Dalrymple up, he's going to try for that. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. 6, he does not get the lead. Here's the next pitch to Dalrymple. On a 2-5 righty, that's banged into right field. Triple to 6. Long single for Dalrymple. To third goes Taylor. Only the 5th inning. Wise will hit. The pitch from Bolin is a 5-8. Grounder down to third. Hart has it. Goes the short way to Fuentes for the force, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, 2 left. There was an error. We're through 5 innings in a 3-0 game. I've thought about getting a dash cam, Dan. I haven't done it yet. I like that, Frank. That makes sense. Exactly, Ben, on the driver's ed comment. You know, Dalrymple, I think I've learned to appreciate him more. I think he was kind of underrated. 6th inning, Jim Ray Hart to start it off. He's 1 for 2 today. Wise into the windup. That's going to be a 1-8 righty. Little comebacker to Wise. He knocks it down, picks it up, and tosses it to White. This is the 1st inning of potential fatigue for Rick Wise. And with 1 out, the batter will be Tom Haller. The Waymos. Oh my God, I saw a YouTube thing of that in Phoenix. The pitch to Haller, a 3-11. Called strike 3. Let's add him up now. That's 4, 5. That's 6 strikeouts for Wise. And here's Ollie Brown. Wise into the windup. It's a 6-5 right-handed. Grounder to short X. That's Grote. Grote to 322. Into the hole he goes. Here's the play on a 5. And he makes a nice stop. Long throw in time. Dick Grote robs Ollie Brown of a potential base hit there. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Wise. I don't think I could get into a Waymo. I really don't. Hell, my biggest problem with flying is that they won't let me drive. I bet it is, Dan. I bet it is. Bottom of the 6th, here's the top of the order, Cookie Rojas to lead it off. He's 0 for 2, flew to center both times. Bolin into the windup. 210 right-handed, it's a hard smash to third. Hart has it, throws him out 1 down. That'll bring up the right fielder, Johnny Callison. Callison 0 for 2 on the day. Bolin's only allowed 2 singles. I'll tell you what, Unmitigated, there's a really good video on that, and I wish I had a link for you. How all of this is backed by the automobile industry. The guy doing the video goes into great detail on how they're promising less cars on the road, and then he showed evidence as to how this actually will cause more cars to be on the road. And it makes sense when you think of it in these terms. If they're the ones backing this, lobbying for it, why would they back something that would cause them to sell less vehicles? Well, they wouldn't. Okay, I'm off the soapbox. Bolin to Callison. 6-3 lefty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 4 now for Bolin, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4. 2 down, and here's Dick Allen. Bolin gets the sign. The pitch to Allen is a 6-3 righty, and Allen lines one into right field for a single. Brown has it. Allen rounds and holds it first with a 2-out single. That'll bring up team RBI leader Bill White. White 1 for 2 today. Bolin from the stretch. It's a 5-10 left-handed. Shallow fly to center. Mays comes on and makes the basket catch for the out. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Bolin cruising along today. His team ahead 3-0. And that takes us to the 7th inning. I would vote for Lou Whitaker. Hal Lanier will start off the 7th for the Giants. He's 0 for 2 today. Wise into the windup. That's going to be a 2-3 right-handed. A 2-hopper to first, gloved by McCovey. He feeds Wise covering. Wait, no he doesn't. Sorry. Gloved by White, who feeds Wise covering. Excuse me. Get in the game, Steve. Bolin will hit. Wise's pitch on a 3-10 struck him out. Two out quickly, and here is Tito. Wise's pitch with a 5-6 lefty. He lifts one to right field, playable for Callison, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Wise. We stretch for the 7th, 3-0 Giants. A gem by Bolin so far, just 3 singles allowed so far. And do you know what time it is? That's right, it's Mookie time. I don't know where he is. He's conspicuously absent from the gaming area today. So I'm guessing he's in the bedroom. No? Yep, there he is. Yeah, meow. There's Mookie in the bedroom window enjoying the sunshine. Here he comes. Well, hi, Mook. You about ready for a little road trip? A little afternoon drive? Get him in his harness, and a little while from now, off we go. Oh yeah, window open. And slider open on a beautiful day in Spokane. Oh man, it's so nice to have good weather. You know, Kathy, I suspect he's got a little Maine Coon in him. Oh, Julio, now that you ask. Well, I probably should do that another time. Those are actually porcelain replicas. It was a Hamilton Collection All-Time Great series. And my late father bought those for me, as well as the case they're displayed on. You'd get like one card a month. Slap my wrist with a ruler. I just used the word like, which is one thing I hate. I hate that, and I just did it. Good God, the vernacular these days. How do you do food exactly, okay? No, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Bottom of the 7th, here's Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez struck out both times today, bowling into the windup. That's a 5-8 left-handed. It's a grounder to first. McCovey will take it. Feeds Bolin covering, and there's one down. First endurance inning for Bobby Bolin. Yeah, we should get through this pretty quickly. I'll show you the cards. I showed them once before on this channel, but good luck finding it, right? I don't know what game it was. Dick Grotto for 2, bowling into the windup. We've got a 6-8 right-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Lanier waving his arms, and he'll grab that one for the second out. That'll bring up Tony Taylor. Bowling with a 6-4 right-handed. Grounder to short X. Tough chance Lanier. That's 342. On A7, he makes a nice stop and throws him out. Nice play, Lanier at short. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bolin. And what a pitching performance from Bobby Bolin today. All 3 great players, Julio. Wise, certainly his last inning of work. He's due to bat second in the bottom of the 8th. As we go to the 8th, it's 3-0 Giants. And Len Gabrielson will get us started. He's 1 for 3 today. And hello, Jimmy Jam. Was that your birthday? I'm sorry, Jimmy. There's only 3 games on this date. This is the second of the 3. What can I do? I can't control it. Wise with the pitch on a 2-8 righty. He drops it into left field in front of Dick Allen and holds for the leadoff single. Second hit of the day for Gabrielson. And that's going to get him stirring in the Philly pen. Darryl Knowles, the left-hander. And he's joined by righty Gary Wagner. No threat to run. Here's Mays. Mays, the big 2-run triple his last time up, 1 for 3 on the day. Wise set now. The pitch from the stretch is a 5-11, and that's a line single into left field. Open single. Gabrielson could try to go to third. 14 minus 2, but Allen a plus 3. That's 15. That's a tough one. They're going to send him. Okay, now what are the Phillies going to do? They've got to cut that off and hold Mays at first. With 1 through 17 speed on the trail runner, the Phillies play it conservatively and cut it off, and now the Giants threatening to knock Wise out of the game. In fact, here comes Mock, and that's going to do it for Wise right now. With McCovey at the plate, he's going right to the left-hander, Darryl Knowles. Not waiting around for Wise to fatigue. He goes 7+. He allowed 4, 6, 8 hits. 3 runs so far. Giants threatening for more. 1 walk. 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. Knowles has been spectacular out of the pen for the Phillies. 4-2 with 4 saves and a 1.41 ERA and 32 innings of work. Only 19 hits allowed. Of course, we all saw Knowles blow up in a recent game, didn't we? That was in that doubleheader we just played here recently. And Larry saves the day. Yes, sir. Good point, Larry. Let's look at the double switch. We'll take Taylor out. We'll move Allen to third base. Maybe a little unrealistic, but it's on his card, so that's how we're playing it. And we'll bring in a left fielder. That'll be Doug Clemens will go into the 9 spot in left field. E6 with a +1 arm, and Clemens a 13 runner. Thank you very much, Larry. Yeah, hello, Al. Dick, don't call me Richie Grote. Scott Johnson. Hello there, Scott. Welcome. Didn't see you come in, buddy. Yeah, I ended up doing that too. Campy was a tremendous shortstop. And you're right, he was the glue to that infield. On the A's dynasty. First and third, nobody out. Knowles pitching to McCovey. The pitch is a 2-8 lefty. Struck him out. So Knowles fans McCovey. Jim Ray Hart up now. Tom Haller, another left-handed batter to follow. Infield remains back. Knowles trying to coax a ground ball out of Hart. It's a 5-7. That's going to be a double to 5, 2-star single. 1 run will score on the 2-star single, and it's 4-0. So the Giants pick up a big insurance run here in the 8th. Mays, of course, goes all the way to third on the single. Give Hart an RBI, and here's Haller. And now the Phillies will bring the infield in, trailing by 4, left on left. It's a 6-6 left-handed. Single to 1, it's a liner to second, caught by Rojas. Throws to first, back to the bag, in time is Hart. Boy, that got the crowd excited for a second. 2 down, it's up to Brown. 0 for 3. Pitch from Knowles is a 2-10. He lifts one to right field. Lazy fly ball. Callison settling under it and makes the grab to retire the side. The Giants, however, pick up an insurance run on 3 hits. They leave a pair. And they take a 4-0 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Defense for the Giants looks pretty good so far. There's one thing I could do. Could take Fuentes out. Well, I'm going to leave him out there. He'd be due to bat 3rd in the 9th. Bobby Bolin is the story today. Dalrymple, Clemens, and Rojas due up. Dalrymple's been on both times with a walk and a single. Bolin gets the sign from Haller. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 2-5 right-handed. That's a base hit into right center. Triple to 6. Dalrymple settles for the long single, and he's been on base all 3 times. That's going to bring up Doug Clemens, who came in that double switch. Thanks again, Larry. Clemens at 208, no homers, 2 RBIs. Clemens definitely underperforming if you look at that card against right-handers. Bolin from the stretch, 2-5 righty, and he loses in ball 4. And now Bolin in danger of fatiguing here in the 8th. One more hit or walk will do it. Let's see who's coming up. Right, left. No, they're not messing around. They're going to get Frank Lindsay up. First and second, nobody out. Rojas 0 for 3. Bolin gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 3-7 righty. It's a grounder to short. This is going to be 2. It's Lanier to Fuentes to McCovey. Double play. Dalrymple to 3rd. What a huge double play that is. That could keep Bolin in the game if he can get Callison. Checks the runner at 3rd. Here's the pitch to Callison on a 2-6 righty. Grounder to short. Lanier has it. Throws to McCovey. And Bolin gets out of the jam. With the shutout still intact. And you guys, you regular guys, come on now. You know how I love the complete game shutout. Oh, yeah, I live for it. I was so mad at myself that I didn't watch Scooble's game the other day. I'm so out of my routine since the vacation. Normally, I look in the morning. It's routine. Today's pitching matchups, right? First thing with my coffee. Haven't been doing it. Ninth inning, Lanier to start it off. He's 0 for 3. Knowles into the windup. That's going to be a 5-8 right-handed. Grounder to second base X. That's Cookie. 2E15. Rojas a good second baseman. To his left on an 8. It's an 8 on the E range of, what did I say it was? 15. He makes the play. Bolin, of course, will hit. Knowles pitch on a 4-11. He tapper to 3rd. Taylor charges it on the run, throws him out. 2 down. And here's Tito. Turns around and bats righty against Knowles. Here's the windup in the pitch on a 1-8. That's going to be a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Allen at the track, at the wall. He makes the catch at the wall. One, two, three go the Giants, with Fuentes making the last out. Jim Davenport is going to come on and take over at shortstop, with Lanier moving to second. Lanier at 2E8, I believe. That's correct. Four to nothing Giants. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Bobby Bolin looking for the complete game shutout here. He has one shutout so far, and he'll have to get through the heart of the Philly order to get it. Dick Allen will start it off. Allen 1 for 3 today. Bolin into the windup. That's a 5-6 right-hander. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Triple to 2, and he rolls to 2. Oh my goodness, Allen with a leadoff triple. That does not bode well for the Bolin shutout. Additionally, one more hitter walk will fatigue Bolin, and the Giants, despite leading by 4, they're going to pull the infield in. Trying to protect the shutout. Here's the pitch to White. It's a 4-9. That's going to be a single to 5. Grounder towards second. Ground ball B to second with the infield in. I think they've got the lead man. They sure do. Oh, what a lucky break for Bolin. That's going to go as a force. So with the infield in, that saves a run, and now the runner's at first base with 1 down. Still one more hitter walk will fatigue Bolin. And yes, I know by leading by 4, they probably wouldn't have pulled the infield in real life, but you know why I do it. Here's Gonzalez, 0 for 3, struck out twice. Bolin from the stretch, 4-11, fly to left field X. Oh, that's where I should have made the change. Didn't see that one. Gabrielson, 4-16. On a 13, it's an 8 on an E16, and that's going to be a 2-base error on Gabrielson. White stopping at third. And now the Giants have to think about holding on to the win, so the infield will be back, as much as I'd like to bring it in. They'll give up the run for an out. Tom Haller out to the mound, probably to buy Bolin some time. Bolin most likely pitching on fumes at this point. And now we're ready to go. Dick Grote is the hitter. Bolin checks the runner at third. The windup down the pitch is a 4-12 righty, and he walks him to load the bases, and he's tired. Technically, the shutout's still intact. Pitcher spot due up. Herman Franks will wisely wait until the pinch hitter is announced to come out. Two possibilities here. It's going to be Harvey Keene pinch hitting for the pitcher. And once Keene is announced, here comes Franks. And he's going to Frank Lindsay. So unfortunately, no shutout, no complete game for Bolin. That's baseball. Eight and a third, 3, 4, 5 hits allowed. No runs yet, but the bases are loaded, and they're all Bolin's. 1, 2 3 walks, excuse me. 2, 3, just 3 strike, no, excuse me, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. So drama in the ninth here. 4-0 Giants, but the Phillies have loaded the bases with 1 out. Lindsay 1-1 with 8 saves and a stingy 1.46 ERA so far. Facing the pinch hitter, Harvey Keene. Keene on the season, .342 in just 38 at-bats, 13 for 38. A double, a triple, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. Lindsay ready to go to work now against Harvey Keene. Here's the pitch. It's a 6'10 right-handed. Shallow fly to center. Mays coming on in a hurry and makes the catch, and the runners have to hold. That's the second out. And it will be up to Clay Dalrymple, who has not been retired today. Lindsay staring in to get the side. The pitch to Clay is a 2-12. Grounder to second, that's going to do it. Lanier to McCovey, and that's the ball game. So they do get the shutout. It's a combined shutout. 4-0, the final score. I'll have the totals here in just a minute. Lindsay with a big boy save. That's his 9th. Bolin with the win evens his record at 5-5. Knowles worked 2. 1 hit, no runs, so all 4 runs charged to Wise. We can close the book on him. Knowles, no walks and 1 strikeout. Wise takes the loss. He was undefeated. He's 3-1 now. I got to agree with Frank that we're going to have co-players of the game again. Bobby Bolin and Willie Mays. Mays 2 for 4, a couple of fine plays in the center, of course. You'd expect nothing less. Giants end up with 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. Phillies, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Giants win 3 of 4 in Philly. Let me take a look on the schedule. Then we're going to go look at the porcelain cards. Tomorrow is the last game of June the 6th. It's going to be the Baltimore Orioles at the Washington Senators. John Miller in the spot start for the Orioles against Phil Ortega for the Senators. John Miller, not the best Orioles starter, so this isn't a gimme by any means. The Senators with their pitching staff have a shot. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Rick. Thanks, Unmitigated. Thank you, Julio. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, everybody. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We've got some time here before I have to evacuate my apartment. That's for the pest controls coming in, if you didn't already know that. So we get an encore from Mookie. Yeah, we're coming to see you. Yeah. He says, again? You already did that once. So yeah, here's this, here, I'll back it up so you can see the whole thing. That is the Hamilton collection. They're porcelain replicas of famous rookie cards. So you've got Willie, Mickey, and the Duke up top. You've got Clemente, Gil Hodges, Whitey Ford, Ernie Banks, Let's Play 2, Casey Stengel, Yogi Berra, Brooks Robinson, and of course, Jackie Robinson. Jackie deliberately placed in his own spot of special recognition. And of course, Willie, Mickey, and the Duke lumped together for obvious reasons. Meow? Is that all you got? Mookie, let me know when the flea guys get here, okay? All right. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Kathy. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, it's special to me because my dad got that for me. You got one card a month, I think, and at the end, you got the rack to put them on. So a good game. Sorry Bolin couldn't get the shutout. Hell of a game, though, not to take anything away from Bolin. Thank you, Julio. Yeah, we have to evacuate and go for a ride. Fortunately, Mookie, as most of you know, is a capable car cat. So he won't mind. So I'm going to get out of here, get ready. I think I'll throw a couple things in a bag to take with me. I don't even know how this is going to go down exactly. They're going to come in here, get out of here. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Orioles at Senators, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Thank you once again, everyone, for watching, and have a great evening, everybody.